With their eyes on global expansion, India is emerging as an important market for both Netflix and Amazon, with the country's 18 million homes with broadband service and 149 million mobile broadband subscribers. But Netflix and Amazon have diverging strategies for getting to these viewers. Joining us now to discuss is WSJ reporter Shalini Ramachandran. Shalini, thanks so much for being with us.
Nice.
So is India considered a more attractive market to Netflix and Amazon than, say, China?
Well, China is the main one anybody wants to be in, but India is the accessible one. So with China, there have been streaming services in recent months that were closed down, and so Netflix has been trying to get into China, but has recently said it doesn't look likely that they can get in.
It's just too difficult.
Right.
Are there no hurdles to getting into India?
There are hurdles. I mean, there's a lot of red tape, but I think the bigger hurdle, it's not so much regulatory as the behavior of customers. So first of all, broadband penetration is actually not that high, even though it has 1.3 billion people. The number of broadband homes is about 18 million. It's about 150 million mobile subscribers. Still, that's a big number, but it's also credit card usage is not that prevalent, and there's a lot of piracy.
Right. All right. So let's break them down and start with Netflix. When did Netflix make its debut in India?
So it debuted in January.
And how has it been going? What is the strategy for Netflix?
Well, Netflix's strategy is to keep a global unified strategy for the entire world. So that means it's the cheapest price here in the US is $8 a month. It's about $8 a month in India too, which when you compare it to the cost of traditional pay TV in India, hundreds of channels, all of that, traditional pay TV costs about $3.30 per month in India. So this is vastly more expensive. But they want to have a unified pricing around the world because they believe that their global content, the content that they're producing for their original shows, will actually speak worldwide. And
but since it's relatively expensive in India, I'm assuming that it's just getting the more affluent viewer right now. Is that right?
Yep. I mean, Reed Hastings is pretty open about that. It's going Western-oriented, elites, upper class.
And so they're not targeting content at this point?
At this point, so what they're trying to do is they try and get local content flavored shows, but ones that they think could also work around the world. So for instance, there's a show called, there's a film that they bought at Sundance Film Festival called Brahma Naman. And that is going to, it follows the tale of a bunch of kids going to lose their virginity, which and there's been a million Hollywood movies like that.
Right.
But it's something that, you know, a lot of people can relate to. It has like sort of Western flavor to it.
But a global appeal.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's their hope. Whereas Amazon is totally going about it differently.
Right. So Amazon is making a more targeted local strategy. Is that correct?
Right. And so they basically are talking to local producers. They even filed to potentially bid on Indian Cricket League rights, which obviously is not going to work in like Kazakhstan. Not that they have a Kazakhstan.
Right.
But you know, Netflix is around the world. It's in 190 countries right now. Amazon has also been more targeted about where it's going.
And how are they charging their viewers in India?
So they have, for Amazon Prime, which is the free shipping membership plus video, they're going to charge 999 rupees a year, which is about $15 a month. I mean, sorry, $15 a year.
So it's a lot more affordable.
A lot more affordable than Netflix.
And so right now, comparing Netflix to Amazon, who's making the bigger dent in the Indian market right now?
So there are not a lot of numbers, unfortunately, so it's hard to say. And Amazon, their video service is only going to launch in the coming weeks in India. They've launched the Prime shipping service, but the interesting thing is for about 2 years, they've been building up a local content team in India, even ahead of launch. Whereas Netflix, when they launched in January, they still don't have a local content team. Their content deals are all done out of LA.
And so they're a lot more targeted, Amazon. So I'm guessing that investors are watching both of these companies very closely at this point, right?
And their international strategies to see which one works.
Absolutely. Shalini, thank you so much for that.
Thank you.